The channeled message that's coming through, this isn't the first time that I've received this message. And the reason they tell me that I continue to receive this message is because it's coming through in waves like this. Okay? And so the message is that you have multiple groups of people who have wished for your downfall or who have wished harm on you. Okay. Confirmations would be hearing horns honking or sirens. They're specifically saying, like, you call this black magic or death magic, right? They've spoke evil over your name, right? They've mocked you together in circles, and they're showing me like in rooms and closed doors, or in circles in the dark. Okay, it could even be during the day, but this is like multiple people. Okay, like groups of people with multiple people in the groups. And I'm saying it to break it down that way for a reason. Okay. And so they plotted on how to take advantage of you, how to manipulate you, how to steal from you. They may have gotten away with it for a little while, and then when you figured it out and cut these people off or stopped dealing with these people, then they started doing the black magic, right, and the death magic, on how they could get back at you. Notification, confirmation, how they could get back at you for taking your energy away from them, for figuring them out for who they really were. And like I said, this is multiple. Whoever you are, you have like this beautiful, beautiful light. Look at the bottom of the deck. Look, I cannot make this up. I just took them out of the box, right? And so, but now, and the reason we're even talking about this, the reason that it's even coming up is to let you know, because you could maybe feel this. You could have gotten like, had low energy for a while. You could have been feeling a certain way about yourself, right? Having a lot of negative, been bombarded with negative thought patterns, okay, that aren't ways that you feel about yourself, okay? Clarity, though. This is to give you clarity. And so what's going to be happening, and it could have already started happening, and it has already started happening, okay? And this is why they're bringing the message back up again, is that these people, okay, are getting their karma served. And you're going to be hearing about it, receiving information. And at first you may be like, oh, it's so sad what's happening with this person, not even realizing. And these are going to be people who were close, like friends or family members. You didn't even know that they were doing some of the stuff behind your back until you're hearing about what's happening to them. Okay, so this is part of it, right? And you'll also be seeing like the scales of justice as a sign, gavels, right? Gavels, like the big wooden hammers, and also showing me like Thor and the hammer of Thor is what they're showing me to show you. These are some of the signs that you are going to be receiving, right? Horns honking, sirens, gavels, hammers of Thor, and then the scales of justice are things that are going to be assigned for you. And you could even like receive some of these signs while someone's giving you this information, right before they give you this information, right after you have hear conversations or have conversations or receive this information. Okay? And so the people who did this to you, and the reason that it's happening in waves is because they're explaining it to me. Like, people who did this to you are falling ill. Their families, people in their family or close to them, are falling ill. They could be losing their mental stability, okay? Losing their lives, having family members lose their lives, financial loss, okay? And you are going to be bearing witness to this. You are going to be seeing this happen, or you're going to be told about it, right? And then that's why it's happening in waves and stages, because there are so many of these people involved. Even though they're separate from each other, and these cliques, they don't even know each other. These are all people who have put their energy to come up against you, and it's because you are such a being of light, okay? So one week you may hear about someone getting very sick or getting a diagnosis, and then the next week that you may hear about someone like having all these financial problems or losses. Okay. And then the next week, you may hear about somebody passing away or someone in their family passing away. Okay. And it's just going to keep going like that. Week after week, you're going to be receiving this information, and they're saying it can continue through this whole year. All right. And these are going to be people who used you, abused you, manipulated you, wished very, very, very bad things to happen to you. Okay? And they just thought that nothing was going to happen to them. They wished for your downfall. They prayed for you to die. This is real. This is real. I have this long channeled message. Okay? This is multiple people within groups, and then multiple groups. Okay? And you will be hearing about this for a very long time. And they say, pay attention to how every time you hear about someone, about this happening to somebody, about, you're going to hear about it. I mean, and it's not that you even care, you're waiting for it to happen. But they're saying you're going to be hearing about this. And like they said, you might not even know that somebody had ill intention towards you until you hear how karma hit them or somebody that they love because of what they were doing or saying or wishing upon you. Okay? And so every time that you do hear about this, you're going to receive good karma in some way, shape, or form. So you may hear about somebody falling ill from something, and then all of a sudden you receive this unexpected deposit into your bank account. And that's just one example. It can be so many different types of things. But this is what they're telling me. This is what they're showing me. We've just really started the new year at the beginning of this month. Okay? And so this is why these things have just started happening over the past 3 weeks or even the past month. Some of them could have started happening at the beginning, January, February, March. These could have been like that, but either that or it's going to start happening for you soon. And they're just letting you know because they need you to keep your hands and your fingers out of this. Don't go back and try to help, especially if you really know that these people were doing something or hurt you in some way, shape, or form, and now this is part of you don't want to get caught up in their karma because you are so helpful, because you are so empathic, because you feel for them, even though you know that they harmed you in some way, shape, or form. Okay? Stay out of it. It may be hard for you, right? But find something else to do. Focus on yourself. Love yourself more. Set stronger boundaries, but stay out of it. It's not for you to get, they're saying, showing me not to get your fingers sticky or for you to get wet in. Stay away from it. And that's really what this message is about. It's like a heads up, 7-Up. Stay away from it. Stay out of it. Right? All you can do is take the information. Take the information. Because whoever you are this beautiful light being who bends over backwards to help people. And your days of overgiving are over. I have a feeling you've strongly learned how to set boundaries, and that's why a lot of this is happening. You were overgiving, people were taking advantage of that, and when you cut them off, then they wanted to come after you energetically. And this could have been happening for a very long time for you. Okay? I don't even need to even do any cards. Just the 2 cards, right? The 5 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. You receiving this clarity about what people have been doing, right? And them receiving their karma for what they have been doing behind your back. And it was 911. I love you.